Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Q&A and I haven't done one of these in I think since 2020 and it's not even up on my YouTube anymore. I'm pretty sure I took it down. But last time I did this, all of the questions that I was asked, no one actually asked them to me. I asked them myself because no one responded to my messages when I asked them to ask me questions. But this time, people actually responded. I asked TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter and people actually responded. So thank you because otherwise I'd have had to ask myself questions again and that was very awkward last time. I'm gonna try and make this like as fast as possible and also like as least awkward as possible. I don't know, but okay. I'm gonna start with the first question now. If you're wondering where I'm looking at my second monitor because I've got the questions on there. Now, the first question is tips for streamers, and this is a really broad question that I feel like a lot of streamers get asked, and it's really hard to answer because it kind of just depends what type of a person you are and what type of like content you want to put out on the internet. I think the really obvious thing is of course TikTok. TikTok helps to boost your like account so much. I know when I first started, the way I gained followers quickly is I made a TikTok being like, "Hi guys, so I'm making a new like Minecraft server. Who wants to join? Just like leave your like Twitch down below and I'll check you out." That like brought a lot of attraction to my TikTok and then also to my Twitch. The next major thing I did is when I hit 1k followers, I was going to dye my hair purple, and this brought in a lot of attraction from new people, but then also older people who followed my TikTok. So people who've been following my TikTok for years because they'd always known that I wanted purple hair. So they're like, "Come on, we gotta follow, we gotta do this and that." And then as soon as it comes up on someone's For You page, they're like, "Oh my god, this would be so cool. I'm gonna follow them." So I definitely say when you're starting off, or even as you like continue, just create goals, like follower goals that people really want to hit. My ones that I do now are normally about like meetups or more hair dyeing streams because I frequently dye my hair on stream and just stuff like that. Another major thing is channel points. So I have a sound alert. I have like loads of different screams for 300 channel points. And this works really well because if you follow, that person automatically gets 300 channel points. So if someone comes into your stream and they'll go, they're clicking onto the like channel points, they're like, "Oh my god, I can like scare this person. All I have to do is follow." And then immediately you gain followers. The next question is, why did you become a content creator? I feel like everyone kind of has the same answer. It's kind of generic, but then also I feel like it's just one of the main reasons. Well, the main reason I became a YouTuber is because I've kind of always wanted to. I've always been interested in cameras and photography and like videography and stuff like that. So when I found out that I could put that like onto YouTube, that's why I started doing YouTube. And then I kind of lost interest for YouTube for a bit because I only found that I could be doing videos, like the only videos I was doing were like vlog videos. And at the time it was like lockdown and I could only do it like once a year when going on holiday. So then at that time, this was in 2021, people like small streamers start to become a massive, massive thing on TikTok. Everyone started becoming a streamer because it was lockdown. What else could you do? So in 2021, I started like getting my setup ready and stuff like that. But honestly, another reason that I wanted to become a content creator is just to create a place where people are like excited to come and watch your streams. Like if they've had a bad day, they know they can rely on watching your videos to make them feel a little bit better. And I feel like a lot of people have been, especially through lockdown, a lot of people take comfort in content creators. Like I, growing up, like I relied on YouTubers, like music artists and Twitch streamers to make me feel better if I've had a really bad day. And I just wanted to create that for other people. I wanted to create a place where I'm like, I went through this. I needed content creators to help me feel better about myself. So now I'm gonna try and make you feel better and just to create, I don't know, just create a fun place. But then also, it's so cool the social media we have now. Just think, when you're 30, 40, 50, and your kids are like teenagers, they can go onto TikTok, they can go onto Twitch, they can go on YouTube, they can go onto Instagram, they can go onto Twitter, and they can see exactly how you were like as a kid. And you can also see that, like, when I'm older and I don't know, when I'm like even 40, and like my teenagers are asking me about myself, I can go onto my Instagram and I can scroll and show them, "You see, look at me go. I was so cool. I had so many dyed hair, I had so many piercings, like it's just so cool." And it's like I remember when I was feeling kind of bad at the end of lockdown, like I was just bored, honestly, because I found lockdown really enjoyable in general, but it was just cool to go back and watch my old vlogs and just see how I interact with my family and just see me growing up. That's just so cool, and it's just how my personality has changed. Like I was watching some of my old YouTube videos, and my voice has like completely changed, but it's not like actually changed. It's me becoming more comfortable in myself, and just talking to the internet. And I feel like that's just the reason why I wanted to become a content creator, is for, I guess, helping other people and just to be able to watch myself grow up in later years. Like, I can just see the progression, and I feel like that's really cool. Okay, the next one is any funny stories or weird stories you can talk about. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my life's pretty boring, so I'm gonna have to think about this. Okay, I've kind of got one. It's not funny. It's not really weird. It's just kind of a story. Basically, so I've been going to a lot of like ultrasounds recently, just because for like health reasons, right? And like, so we went into the ultrasound, and like they put like the gel on like my side. And bear in mind, this was on my, they were like looking at my liver or something. So they were doing that, and I was like, if you put it a little bit to the other way, you'll be able to hear the baby. And the the nurse who was doing it just looked at me and she was like, she went like this. She went, and like she didn't get that I was joking, because of course, like, I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant, guys. But she didn't get that I was joking, because I've never had an ultrasound before. So like I thought it was gonna be funny to make a I'm pregnant joke, but I feel like there's too many teen pregnancies going on now to be able to make those jokes. But it was kind of awkward because she just stared at me and I'm like, oh, shouldn't have said that. If you could relive one moment, such a point in your life, what would it be? Oh god. I feel like there's two major points, and I feel like one of them, in the moment, I was really happy, and I feel like in the other one, it was kind of years later that I was like, oh my god, that was so cool. Obviously, if you've seen my vlogs, I went to the Tommy Knit live show, and of course, like, the live show was amazing. It was incredible, but it was after. If you went there or saw clips of it, at the end of the show, there was a tribute to Technoblade, as that was the day it was announced that he died. So it was just, it sounds weird that I'd want to relive that, but it was weirdly beautiful. Everyone was clapping, everyone was hugging, and you could just see in Tommy's eyes how he was so thankful that just everyone was being so nice. Like, everyone, it showed that we generally cared, and everyone, like, it didn't matter if you knew them or not, everyone was just crying with each other, and it was such a surreal moment. It sounds weird that I would want to relive that awful event, but it was just, I don't know, I'll never forget that, I guess. My other moment, I don't exactly know how old I was. I think I was between 7 and 9. I think I was more to the 7 side of it, but my friend won concert tickets at like a charity event, and I didn't know who this like band was, but of course I was like, yeah, I want to go, like, this is going to be so cool. So we went, and bear in mind, it started at 10 p.m. on a school night. It finished at like 12, and we went, and I was like, wow, woo, and we were like pretty close to the front as well. Like, we weren't like, it wasn't like one of those ones where you like stand. It was more like everyone had seats, but like we were pretty close to the front. And when I came out, I was like, oh well, that was so cool. And my friend was like, yeah, I really like 5 Seconds of Summer. And I'm like, in that moment, I'm like, what the hell? Wait, that was 5 Seconds of Summer. Of course, I'd like heard of them and I'd listened to some of their music, but I like didn't register who they were because I was too young and I was an idiot. And then, so like, every time after that I hear their music, I'm like, I saw them like perform. Like, that was so cool. And it was in such a small venue as well. I was like, I would want to relive that. Now knowing like properly who they are, I'm like, ah. But it was so cool. Someone asked me what my favourite TV show is, and I'm the type of person to watch a series and then only watch that series for literally 6 months. Like, I'll rewatch it from the start over and over and over again. So I'm trying to think about what my favourite one is. I'm just gonna list the ones that I've like binge watched over and over again. So of course, Gilmore Girls, up there. Jess Mariano, up there. Then we got Young Sheldon, we got Modern Family. I mean, I love Stranger Things as well, Heartstopper. There's so many. I feel like if I could only watch one over and over again, it'd probably be Gilmore Girls. So I guess Gilmore Girls. How do you see the Core SMP's future? Okay, so if you don't know what Core SMP is, it's my Minecraft server I made with loads of my friends. And honestly, the thing is right now Minecraft is kind of dying out, and I feel like I feel like it's gonna die out for like a couple of years, and then it might come back. But the thing is I only made Core SMP to help small streamers just grow, to give them a place where they could make friends and make content together. And I feel like everyone's Twitch channels have grown massively. Everyone's gained, like, even if it's like not that big of an audience, we've still gained like those really regular chatters, and we've gained like a community. And everyone's become really good friends with everyone in the Koi SMP. So I feel like the Koi SMP as a Minecraft server is not going to last, like, at all. But it was never meant to be, this is purely a Minecraft server. It was more just supposed to be a space where people could, like, know each other. And I feel like everyone, well, I think I've made a lifelong friend that I'm going to have until death. I feel like a lot of people in the Core SMP have connected like that, which is really nice to see. It's just like, I posted a video one day asking who wants to join. Like 20 random people, like there was many people who commented on it, but I picked 20 random people and everyone gets along so well. And yeah, it's really nice. But yeah, I don't think Core SMP is going to last, but this sounds cringy, but the friendships will. But yeah. Where do you see yourself going after art college? I'm definitely going to uni. I have two unis I have one uni that I really want to go to, and one uni that my friend has made me feel better about that I might have to go to. But I'm going to be doing a fine art course at a university for 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. What's a hot take you have? I can think of like two things, but I don't think they're really hot takes. But so, you know, in movies, there's always those like teenage relationships, and they're all like, woo, they're all having fun and that. They are so overrated. Like, that sounds mean, but like, why would you get into a relationship when you are younger than like 20 something, like even 20, but like especially when you're a teenager, you're trying to figure out who you are. You are constantly changing. Your life is probably changing. You're going through exams, you're going through school, you're going through college, sixth form. You don't have much freedom in the way of how your life works out, like at that time. You're not mature enough most of the time. Like you can be mature in certain aspects, but not in others. You don't have enough experience with just general life. You don't know how to communicate with certain people in certain situations. It's not it. Another kind of hot take, I guess, is that when adults say school is the best time of your life, and I'm not talking about like university, because that probably is fun, but like sixth form or secondary school, primary school, it is so bad. Like, the way school has not changed in forever. Like, the curriculum has not changed. We learn the same things that our parents have learned, and that is not relevant now. Like, there's so many more useful things that we can learn. And just the way that school is set up, it's set up for only one type of kid. In a way, it's set up for the outgoing, the confident, the ones that are fine reading like a sentence out from a book in front of the entire class. They are fine being around thousands of people, going through small hallways, being in loud environments, never getting a time of peace, like always being in the eye of everyone. Like everyone's always there, and it's so stressful and always having to get up early. And then I know that like when you go to work, you probably have to get up earlier, but it's the fact that kids have to get up early all the time, and then you add on all of the people in the year who aren't mature enough to understand that people are different at the time and don't accept that, and just adding bullying to that and homework and trying to not freak out when the teacher talks to you and having to read out. It's not good. School is not good. But like, they really need to change that, because with the statistics, the way it's going, there's like not going to be anyone left next generation. But yeah. Okay, the next one is, what does success mean to you? When do you know you finally made it? I feel like, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I'm never gonna make it. That sounds really mad. That sounds bad, but like, I'm not doing Twitch streaming to get like loads of followers, to get like people coming up to me on the streets being like, woo! Like, oh my god, can I take a picture? Like, I'm not doing it for that. And I also feel like I don't have the dedication to Twitch streaming to do that. Like, I feel like I will continue to Twitch stream in uni, but after, I don't know. I feel like YouTube, I would continue. I feel like YouTube will be the thing. I feel like I'll become a full-time YouTuber, because I used to be that before Twitch streaming. And it's just so much easier than Twitch streaming. Like, it's so much easier to structure around your life. And I really enjoy doing like daily vlogs much more than streaming. So I'm trying to think of when I've made, like, what would happen for me to know that I've made it. Because I feel like it's really what you think depends on that. Because it can be like the amount of people that show their like love to your channel, I guess, or like the amount of followers you have. This is really weirdly specific, but there's this YouTuber I watch who is like verified on YouTube, has like 200k followers, and gets like 200 comments on every of their YouTube videos. I feel like if I ever get that on YouTube, I feel like that's when I've made it. And I feel like if I keep going with YouTube, maybe. Well, like, not even 200k, it's just like literally, like, there's another person I watched, I guess, like, loads of comments. They have like 10k, which is amazing. I feel like if I get between 80k to 200k, and then like 50 to 200 comments every video, and I feel like maybe that will happen in uni if I keep posting, but I don't know, maybe that. But it's more because the reason why I'm saying the more followers is the followers don't matter, but it's normal. The more followers you have, the more comments you get, and like it's just I really like responding to comments, like especially if like they'll probably hopefully they'll be nice comments, but it's just like I feel like if people take time out of their day to actually comment on your thing, it must mean something to them, like the video, or like if people comment, "I'm so glad you posted today." Like this is what's kind of happening now already, which like it makes me so happy when people are like, "I'm so glad you streamed today. I really needed it. I was having a really bad day," or "I'm so glad you posted this YouTube video," or "I'm so glad you have a VODs channel on YouTube that I couldn't always watch your streams when I'm feeling bad or can't sleep." Like that's just insane. Favorite thing about your community? I feel like that I can just be like truthful, that like I can actually like say how I'm feeling. So if I'll start a stream, I'll be like, "Hi guys, how are you doing today? Welcome, welcome." And they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't have that good of a day." And they kind of explain it a bit. I'll be like, "Oh, well, I didn't have that like good of a day either." I feel like it's just the community is becoming more friends. Like the regular chatters that come in, like I feel like we all know a lot about each other's lives, and it's just kind of nice to just be able to like generally talk to these people and be like, "Yeah, I didn't have that good of a day, but it's fine. That's why I'm here. I'm streaming to try and make myself feel better." I feel like that's really nice. For you, what's the best part of content creation? Honestly, I feel like it's been mentioned in another question. Just people being like, "I'm so glad you posted," or like, "I really needed this," or when people like on my TikTok, some people comment like, "Oh my god, I haven't seen your videos in ages. I'm so happy that I'm like seeing them again." That's just it's like because I know that that's how I feel about other content creators or like a music artist when they post something or get in an interview. I'm like, "Oh my god, like they're in an interview. I get to watch them like what they have to say again." And I feel like when people feel that about me, I'm like, "Oh my god, that's just it's insane to me." I'm like, I can't process it. What motivates you to make content slash doing art like at the same time? Honestly, so I feel like the reason why okay, so this question is asked like from someone who I go to college with, and the controversial thing with college is like it's kind of between college and sixth form. So I feel like sixth form is structured. It's basically the exact same as school. You're just slightly older and only take three subjects. And college, it's much more you kind of go in and just do one subject. Like the teachers aren't there really for you to, like to teach you much stuff, and they aren't even really there to tell you off for not being there. And you can listen to music. I've watched Barbie movies. You can like eat. It's much more like a work environment because when you're actually at work, like you don't have to put your hand up to ask to go to the toilet. You don't have to put your hand up to ask to take your blazer off. Like I feel like college is setting you up for life much better because you still have to be respectful, of course, but it's not giving you ridiculous standards of what you have to be, where I think that you do for sixth form. So I feel like the reason why I can always have motivation to do, I mean, just yeah, art and content creation in general is because I really like it. Like I will, even if I don't have a project, even if I'm not doing anything, I will generally just sit up to 4 a.m. just drawing or painting or editing, even if I don't have to, just because I just like it like a lot. And that's why I feel like college was the best for me because I don't have to be told to do something. I will just do something. Like I've nearly finished my art, like all of my artwork for this year, and we've got like a month left. And the only reason I'm that like ahead of everyone else is because I stay up to like I do at least like 6 hours of art basically every day, and I've been doing that since the start of like college. So I feel like it just, and also once I finish it, like the way I do stuff is that I write down a list and then I do all the stuff I have to do. And the reason it keeps me going is I'm like, once I finish this, once it gets to five, I can just relax. I don't have to do anything else, or my reward for doing that is I get to edit after I do art. Like, I feel like that's just who I am. I feel like there's more people, the people who like need more structure in their life, like to be set for them, and the people who kind of just set it for themselves and work well, not being like directed by someone. Okay, so that's all the questions people have asked, and this recording is 30 minutes long, so hopefully I can cut it down to like below 10. But yeah, this one, I'm so happy that people actually asked me questions because last time, the questions I asked myself were not good. I'll like, this is embarrassing for me, but I'll put in like a clip of my previous Q&A that's not up anymore because it's shocking, it's awful.
Would you rather be in a plane or a boat? What's your favourite colour? What's your favourite dessert? What's your favourite TikTok dances?
Oh my god. But anyway, so yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.